Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to learn solve quadratic equation by completing square method. In the previous lesson we have learned factorization method, the quadratic equation solved by factorization method, but the most of the equation cannot be solved by factorization method, so we need to find more ways to find the solution set of the given quadratic equation. So for this purpose we have the another method which we or technique we can call it. So solve completing square method. Completing square method as uh, you have done the completing square method in class 9 when the equation or the polynomial is not a perfect square and we are adding we are adding a term to make the given expression or polynomial is a perfect square. Now Now, 3x is the given equation. The question is the 3x square plus 4x minus 15 equals to 0. First, we have to, because we are going to make this equation in a this equation to make a perfect square. So, first step is the constant number we have to shift on the second side of the equation or the other side of the equation. So, if the minus 15, so we have to add plus 15 on both this side. So equation become 3x square plus 4x is equals to 15. Now what will be the second step? First we have to shift the constant number, the number which is a fixed, which have a fixed value. We have to shift this value to the second side of the equation. Now what will be the second step? The second step, because we need to make this side, the variable side, 3x square plus 4x, all the variable on the one side and the constant figure on the second side. We need to make this side into a perfect square. So how can we make it a perfect square? Because x square is a perfect square, we just observe these two terms. Only x square is a perfect square and the square root of x square is in the second term. So what can we do? We just need to make the coefficient of x square equals to 1. So first we have to divide the coefficient of x square. So first we divide the equation by the coefficient of x square. The coefficient of x square is 3. So we have to divide the whole equation by 3. Why? Because we want to make the coefficient of x square equals to 1. For this purpose, we have to divide the whole equation by 3. So 3x square upon 3 plus 4x upon 3 is equals to 15 upon 3. Now, 3 is not a perfect square, so we have to divide the whole equation by 3. Whatever the coefficient is given to here, you have to keep this thing in your mind. You have to make this the coefficient of x square equals to 1. And whatever the coefficient is given, you have to divide the whole equation by the coefficient of x square. So the coefficient of x square is equals to 1. Now 3x square upon 3 is equals to 4 upon 3 is equals to 15 upon 3 is equals to 5. Now what will be the next step for this solution? X square plus 4 upon 3x equals to 5. Now because we are applying the completing the square method, it means we are going to make this side in a perfect square. So first term we have changed the first term into a perfect square. 3x square is not a perfect square. Now if the term is perfect square, when we divide the whole equation by the coefficient of x square. So x square is a perfect square and the second term is 4 upon 3x. Now this is the second term, means this is the 2ab term. 2ab means the term is, as we all know, the perfect square in algebra, the perfect square is a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square, means a plus b whole square equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square, and a minus b whole square means a square minus 2ab plus b square. So the first term and the middle term 2ab term is given, but the last term, which is the perfect square, is missing in the figure. So how can we find this last term? We know the second term is the product of first and the last term. So what will be the last term? We can find, because we know the second term is the multiple of 2. Whatever the term is here is the multiple of 2 multiplied by any number, 2 multiplied by the given values. So this term should be the multiple of 2, and we are, and now we can check the 4 upon 3 is a prime number because 3 is not the multiple of 2. This means the third term which we are going to add here is a fractional number or a rational number. How can we find it? We just separate the coefficient of x, 4 upon 3. This coefficient multiplied by 1 upon 2 means the number 4 upon 3 is multiplied by 1 upon 2, we get 2 multiplied by whatever the number is here, just multiply by 2. So we have to find the reverse form. So we have to multiply 4 upon 3 by 1 upon 2. We get the actual number 4 upon 4 ones are 4 and 3 upon 2 means 3 upon 6. The simplest form, the simplified form of the fraction is 2 upon 3. It means that 2 upon 3 is the actual value. The second term, the first term is x, the x square is the square root of x square is x, and the second term is 2 upon 3. It means the square of the binomial term is the square of consists of 3 term, trinomial form. So first term is x square, second term is 4 upon 3x, and the third term is missing, which is equals to 2 upon 3 whole square. Now we can add 2 upon 3 whole square to the right side of the equation and left side of the equation to make this side into a perfect square. So we need to add 2 upon 3 whole square on the other side of the equation. Why? Because we have to balance the equation. For balancing the equation, we have to add 2 upon 3 whole square on both the side of the equation. Now we can check x square plus 4 upon 3 plus 2 upon 3 is a perfect square, or we can apply reverse form a plus b whole square. The square root of x square is x, and the square root of 2 upon 3 whole square is 2 upon 3. The reverse form of this, x plus 2 upon 3 whole square. X, the square root of x square is x, and the square root of 2 upon 3. It means a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we have to write the equation in the form of a square, a plus b whole square, or a minus b, and square of 2 upon 3 is 4 upon 9. Now 5 plus 4 upon 9. Sorry for interruption. Now 9 is the LCM. So 9 5s are 45 and 4 ones are 4. So 45 plus 4 is upon 9. We can take out the LCM. 5 upon 1 plus 4 upon 9. 9 is the LCM. So 45 plus 4 upon 9 is equals to 49 upon 9. So x plus 2 upon 3. X plus 2 upon 3 whole square is equals to 49 upon 9. Now, because we have to find the value of x, so for this purpose, we have to take out the square root of the equation. X plus 2 upon 3 whole square is equals to 49 upon 9 whole square. We have to put plus minus sign. So, x plus 2 upon 3 whole square is equals to 49, square root of 49 upon 9. The square root of 49 is 7 and the square root of 9 is 3. X plus 2 upon 3 whole square, the square root of x plus 2 upon 3 whole square is x plus 2 upon 3. Now plus minus 7 upon 3. Now we have two values. If the sum of x plus 2 upon 3 is a positive number, what will be the value of x? If the sum of x plus 2 upon 3 is a negative number, what will be the value of x? So for these two conditions, we can find the value, because x is equals to plus minus 3 upon 2 is equals to minus 2 upon 3. You can split the equation, or you can solve separately. If you are facing any problem, you just write the equation in separate. X is equals to plus 7 upon 3 minus 2 upon 3. The answer 7 minus 2 is 5 upon 3. Or if x is equals to minus 7 upon 3 minus 2 upon 3, the answer will be minus 9 upon 3. The first answer is 5 upon 3. The value of x is 5 upon 3. 7 minus 2 is equals to 3. The value of x is 5 upon 3. Now minus 7 minus 2 is minus 9, and minus 9 upon 3 is equals to minus 6 upon 3. Sorry, minus 9 upon 3 is equals to minus 3. These are the two values of x. X is equals to 5 upon 3 and x is equals to minus 3. So value of x equals to plus 5 upon 3 and x is equals to minus 3. So solution set of the given equation is 5 upon 3 comma minus 3. These two values belongs to, these two values are the values of x, and this is our answer, and we have to write the answer in solution set form. Okay. Thank you so much.